Hello, I'm Richard Chillery, Chief Operating Officer, and I've done these vlogs previously when I'm deputising for Toby, but this time is a bit different as this is the voice of RDaSH. So I've thought a bit about this and I wanted to talk about three things that are important to me and why I chose to work at RDaSH and what I've continued to pursue since I joined in October 2023. So in my previous role in Lancashire, alongside being the Deputy COO, I was invited to be inducted as a Poverty Truth Civic Commissioner. The Poverty Truth Commission Network is a social movement which provides a forum for people who have lived experience of poverty to engender and foster change. They state that nothing about us without us is for us, which is the starting point for the Poverty Truth Commissions. It identifies that lasting social change only happens when those who experience the struggle participate in generating that change. They bring together Poverty Truth Community Commissioners together with Poverty Truth Civic Commissioners, people like myself who are in senior posts and have an ability to influence. And they come together on things that the community commissioners wish to take forward and lead and advise the civic commissioners. I have to say it was perhaps one of the most powerful and moving things I've ever done. I was hoping to join a Poverty Truth Commission when I came to RDaSH, but there's not one in our geography. There's one in Sheffield and one in Grimsby. So over the last year, after lots and lots of conversations, I have finally secured funding to undertake a feasibility study for a Poverty Truth Commission in Doncaster. And the feasibility study is the first stage. And I've done this along our own grounded research. And we've also submitted a bid to see if we can conduct a parallel study in North Lincolnshire, particularly taking into account poverty and rurality. So fingers crossed, we're still waiting to hear about this second bid. As I've said, this work is being done in collaboration with grounded research. And I think it talks to the importance of research helping explore, test, and lead the way in terms of developments. This is very much about working with communities and those with lived experience and talks to Promise 28. If you want to know more about the Poverty Truth Commission, I attach a link below. So the second thing I wanted to talk to you about was I was kindly invited to attend last week the National Social Work Leads in the NHS conference, alongside our new RDaSH lead, Dawn. Welcome, Dawn. My career in social work started in 1989, so you can work out how old I am. Took two routes. One was working therapeutically with children, young people, families and carers. So, for example, I was the clinical supervisor for the Leeds pilot of the multi-systemic therapy of child abuse and neglect, MST-CAN it was known as. I've always been drawn to working with and in complexity. I'm also a qualified a qualified play and family therapist. But obviously, since 2006, moving into senior operation roles, I've not practiced clinically. However, who knows in the future? The other line of inquiry is about asset-based community development. This is very much about working with communities in a glass half full approach. So not seeing the deficits, but harnessing the power of communities and doing things differently. The lead on this is Mick Ward, former Leeds director, a very charismatic individual, and I'm hoping to coax him to RDaSH to do a session, one of our half learning day sessions. I've always retained my registration as a social worker. I'm hoping you can see the synergy between my career progress and the development and how I was drawn to the RDaSH strategy. It was nice to spend time with social work colleagues, but talk to the power of multidisciplinary teams, understanding what everyone can bring and how different perspectives lead to better care, and the role of a social worker within the NHS context. I think this is at the heart of a number of promises, for example, providing high quality inpatient care and Promise 24 as we expand our workforces. The final thing I want to discuss, which I've done previously, is being the executive lead for the Rainbow Network, which is the staff network for LGBTQ+ colleagues and, as importantly, allies. Things will only change with allies working alongside those who directly identify as LGBTQ+. Previously, I've openly spoken of my identity as a gay man and I've been with my husband for 35 years. I purposely took a visible role in all my positions, but I think this visibility and therefore diversity is important at board level within the Trust and the NHS. This talks to Promise 26. We are now in LGBTQ+ History Month during February, and we had a social on Tuesday to celebrate along with colleagues from Doncaster Council and DBTH. We have a small group, but regularly welcome new members into the network. The network meets monthly. We also have started to link with other LGBTQ+ networks to build connections across South Yorkshire. We are a small but mighty group. This LGBTQ History Month is an annual observance that highlights and celebrates the history, contributions and struggles of LGBTQ individuals. It is celebrated in February as it aligns with the 2003 abolition of Section 28, a law that banned the promotion of homosexuality in schools. We do it to educate and highlight the history of activism. We do it to celebrate diversity, recognise the contributions of LGBTQ individuals. We do it to combat prejudice, challenge stereotypes and promote visibility. And we do it to empower others, in particular young people. And we do it to advocate for equality and remind society of the ongoing struggles for those with LGBTQ rights. I have appreciated this opportunity to talk to myself a little and perhaps show more of what drives me, my values, and why I feel RDaSH is the right place for me. I truly believe in the strategy, but recognise all the hard work it takes of everyone to deliver on this. However, I believe if you can connect to something, to your values and beliefs, this will bring about the resilience and fortitude required. Thank you.